Hi everybody again and welcome to this week's video of RBX Excel videos. In this video we are going to create multiple searchable drop-down lists, and in this video I will show you step by step how to create these. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more of my videos, don't forget to subscribe. Please enjoy. So in this video we are going to create multiple searchable drop-down lists, and I will show you what a searchable drop-down list is. I have a list of names here and the company the people work for, and I have a data validation in this cell where I can choose the name from this list. And while it's a little bit a long list, so I need to search for the name, and I don't want to look for the name very long, so actually I want to type just some letters and I want to choose the name which contains these letters. So for example, I will type the SH, for example. I can choose the three names which contain SA. So I can select the name and the company they work for is shown. So this searchable drop-down in multiple cells, we are going to create that in this video. And for that we are going to another sheet where we can create this from scratch. So I have my form here and I have my names in here. Well, like you all know, when you make a data validation list, there's a source for the data validation list, and first we are going to create that source. So we want to have a list here only with the names that contains the letters that are typed in cell B5. So, and for that we are going to start with the search function. So I will type some letters here, SH for example again, and we are going to use the search function to create this list. So I'm going to create a list first in here. I'm going to start typing a search function in this cell. Equal sign, search, opening bracket, and I will search for this value in this range. And my last argument is the starting number, which is optional, and the default is 1. So I'm going to leave that blank, close my function, press enter, and you will see I get error messages and numbers. Well, the number 1 actually means the SH, which it is looking for, is on the first position in the cell, and in this case it's in the 6th position. You can see that here. Well, I get errors and I get numbers. We are going to use the ISNUMBER function to convert this in a true or false list. So I'm gonna adjust my function in the first cell of my spill. After the equal sign, I'm gonna type the ISNUMBER function. Opening bracket, and the value for my ISNUMBER is actually my search function. So I can close my function again. Press enter, and you see we converted this list in a true or false list. Well, now we need to filter out all the true values from this list, and we want to show the names in this list. Well, for that we can use our filter function. Go again to your first cell of your spill, adjust your function and type the filter function in front. Opening bracket, and the array I want to filter is this array. I'm going to fix that again. Well, the next argument is what to include in the filter. Well, I want to have all true results of my ISNUMBER function. So basically my ISNUMBER function is my include argument. I can go to the end of my function, press a semicolon, and the argument if empty is when there's nothing to show. I'm going to type a text between quotation marks, no results. Close my function, press enter, and you see here is our list. I can show you how to put that list in our data validation. I'm going to select my cell, go to my data tab on my ribbon, go to data validation, select list, and my source will be this cell. And I want a whole spill in my list, so I'm going to type a hash behind. Click OK. And now we have our searchable dropdown, but we have to do one more thing, because we are getting an error when we want to type something in this cell. For example, when I want to look for AN, I'm going to open my dropdown, I get an error. This value doesn't match the data validation restrictions. Click cancel, go to your data tab on your ribbon, click data validation, and go to my error alert. Uncheck this box for show an error alert. Press OK, And now I can type, for example, AN in this cell and I have my searchable dropdown. Well, what we want to achieve is to have this searchable dropdown in every cell in my table. So we need to adjust this a little bit. Well, we cannot copy the data validation of this cell to the cells below. I will show you what happens when I copy this cell, select the cell beneath, right click and choose Paste Special, click Validation, press OK. You will see when I type SH, open my dropdown, I get only the name of the cell above, because the source for our data validation is still this list. So what I need to do is make this list for each row individually. And I'm going to show you how I can do that. I'm going to select my cell with my function, which is here. I'm going to select my function, press Ctrl C, hit escape to leave the cell, go to the cell right behind my table on the first row, go to my formula bar, paste the function in this cell, press enter, and I'm going to delete this one and I'm going to type SH, for example, in here. Open my dropdown and you see I have a list in here. I'm going to delete this list because we won't need it anymore. But the problem with it is that it's a vertical list and I want a list for each row. So basically in this cell, the list for this row needs to start. So actually I want to change this vertical list into a horizontal list and I'm going to use the transpose function for that. I'm going to select the first cell in my spill, I'm going to adjust my formula, I'm going to type the transpose before my function, opening bracket, and again close my function again, press enter, and you see the vertical list is converted to a horizontal list. And this list can be filled down to the bottom and I have a list for each cell in my table. So now I just need to adjust my data validation. Go to the first cell in my table, go to my data tab on my ribbon, go to data validation. Well, it has already the list from AL5. I'm going to delete AL5 and I'm going to select D5. Well, I'm going to fix only the column in here because I want to copy the validation down, and I will type again the hash behind to get the whole spill included. Again, check if the checkbox is unchecked for the error alert and then you can click OK. I can now type, for example, AN and I get all the names with AN in it. I can type AR and I get all the lists with AR in it. What we can do now is copy this cell, select all the cells below, right click, click Paste Special, choose the validation and press OK. And now you can see I can type SH in here, for example, and I have my searchable dropdown. Well, we don't want to see all the lists behind my table, so I can just select these columns, right click and press hide. So I don't see them now, but I still have my searchable dropdown. Well, now it's only the case that we look for the company the people work for, and we are going to use a simple VLOOKUP. I can show you how. VLOOKUP, opening bracket. I want to search for this name in this range. I'm going to fix the range. The second column contains the company. I'm going to type a false for an exact match. Press enter and we can fill this down, but we will get errors when we fill this down. I'm going to fill without formatting because these cells are blank. I'm going to adjust my VLOOKUP. I'm going to type an if error in front of it, open my function, and my value if error is leave the cell blank. Close my function, and again I can fill this down without formatting, and here is my list. I can type AN and I have my searchable dropdown again and the company people work for. So that's how you can create multiple searchable dropdown lists. I hope you learned something from this video and you can make your own searchable dropdown lists. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you want to see more of my videos. Thanks for watching.